60th meeting. We are here to improve our communication skills. Our mission is Agora empower you to become a brilliant communicator and a confident leader who will actively build a better world. Now, please help me to welcome our President, Agora Speaker Pawanji, for continue the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Agora Speaker Bimra Dahal, and good morning, all of you. We are again here gathering for our 160th meeting of Kathmandu Speakers Club with a mission to be a good leader and a good communicator. So I would like to share some of the ground rules for today's meeting, as our secretary is not today here. And please mute your microphone when it's not in use. When you are not speaking, please mute your microphone and make maximum use of hot topic session where we have many guests here today. So I would like to request you to raise your hand in hot topic session and speak minutes. And others, as we have done many meetings here, most of us are familiar with the meeting rule of such kind of online meetings. I hope you will all cooperate to make our meeting successful. And I can see few guests today. So can we have introduction, please? Will you start from Upendra, sir? So can you please give your short introduction?
Hello, good morning, everyone. It's me, Upendra Adhikari from Pokhara, Crystal Agora Speakers.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We have
Welcome.
Sumit Paudia. Will you please help introduce yourself? It's okay, fine. Next, we have Prabha Pandey. Can you please introduce yourself? Please do not hesitate to.
Hello, good morning, everyone. This is me, Prabha from Chitwan.
Good morning. Nice to meet you. Next, we have Seema.
Hello, nice to meet you all. I'm Seema, and currently I'm here in Thailand teaching English. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you for joining us. We have Sarada Paudel. Can you please introduce yourself?
नमस्कार सबैजनालाई म शारदा पौडेल दरबार हाई स्कुल काठमाडौँ
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for joining us. I think this must for today. We already have ended last time. And today in 116 meeting, to conduct this kind of meeting, we always need an energetic meeting leader. And so do we have today. We have our speaker, Manuja Devkota, as a meeting leader for today. So without much delay, please help me welcome our speaker, Manuja Devkota.
Good morning, everyone, and a warm welcome to all of you. So today, as a meeting leader, I'll be leading the meeting till speech session. So firstly, let's go to our session. We all are aware, and we have some guests who will be having the insights on the role players. We have different role players for today's meeting, like grammarian, timers. So they'll be providing the insights on the roles, and then we'll be moving forward for the hot topic session where there'll be different topics and we'll be discussing. And then we'll be starting the speech session where our speakers will deliver different speeches on different sections. And then the meeting will be handing over to the overall evaluator, and our speaker Pawan Joshi will be the overall evaluator, and then he will be evaluating and leading the evaluation session. And we'll be completing the whole session. After that, there will be a closing remarks, and then the meeting will be ending. So without delay, let's move toward the role. Let's move forward with the insights of the role players. We have different role players for today, and I'd like to invite our speaker Roshni to put some insights on the roles of filler word counter.
Good morning, everyone, and good morning, guests, Agorians. So for today's meeting, I am the filler word counter, and I'm going to count your ahs, ohms, short pause, long pause. And for the role, if I will explain about it deeply, then the filler word counter is assigned to make sure that in our speeches there may not occur too much ohms, repetition, or short pause, which is important for our speech and also speaking cautious too. So back to you, meeting leader.
Thank you, our speaker Roshni, for such a wonderful insight. Better the grammar, clearer the message. There is a popular saying. So I'd like to request our speaker Sanjay to put insight on the role of grammarian.
Thank you, meeting leader, Agora speaker Manuja. Today I'm taking the role of grammarian, and I'll be looking out for the good use of grammar, like proper use of proverbs, use of rhetorical devices. I'll also be carefully listening to all your good part of your speech, as well as, if any, I'll be pointing out the bad, or maybe the part where you can also be improving from the aspects of grammar. Also, as a grammarian, my second part is to introduce the word of the day. And the word of the day for today is jest. And it means adventure or story or a tale or some sort of deed or exploit. And the example of the word of the day is used in a sentence is the Annapurna based circuit trek is a great jest of a lifetime till date. So I hope you all use the word of the day. The main point of the word of the day is to increase your vocabulary. So I request and hope everyone uses the word of the day. And thank you.
Thank you, our speaker Sanjay, for such a wonderful insights. So now for next, our role player is for timer, and the role of timer is taken by our speaker Ravi, who is a very instant responsive for our speakers, and I'm very glad to invite him. So please give a beautiful insights on the role of timer.
Thank you, meeting leader Manuja. This morning, I'll be looking into the time records of every single players, basically in our question session or as a speaker or as an evaluator, and I'll try to keep you in a time frame. Whenever you speak, I'll share a screen where you can see your time and try to maintain a limit of allocation. Thank you.
Thank you, our speaker Ravi sir. So now, as we all know that we adhere with the learning etiquette of our speakers, we believe in constructive feedback. So we have an overall evaluator, our speaker Pawan Joshi, who is the overall evaluator. I request him to put insights on the role of overall evaluator.
Thank you, meeting leader, once again. As I have been assigned as a meeting evaluator for today, so I'll be conducting a session into three subparts. The first session will be the direct evaluation session, where our direct speakers will be evaluated by our evaluators. Next session will be the indirect evaluation. As you see, there are a few roles of grammarian, timer, flow counter. They will submit their report in that session. And final session will be the overall evaluation session, where I'll be presenting few feedbacks, how meeting could be improved, what we'll do in next meeting, and what has been improvements from before. And finally will be the conclusion part. So thank you. Please keep watching us.
Thank you, our speaker Pawan Joshi. So moving forward now, it's time for hot topic session, and it's one of the most energetic session of our speakers all over the world. So I'd like to invite our speaker Mohan Iyer to lead the hot topic session.
Thank you so much, meeting leader. Good morning, everyone. For today's meeting, I have taken the role of hot topic master, and I will be conducting a hot topic session. We will have various questions, and all the members are requested to speak in this session. The main goal, I'll explain why hot topic session is included in our format. The main goal of the hot question section is to get a natural, sincere, and convincing answer from the speaker. It helps members to speak on their feet. There is no time to think about a topic. You don't have much time to think about the topic, so you have to be impromptu. You need to speak in your feet. So it is specifically designed to develop 4 different kinds of communication skill in a speaker, that is listening, organizing, listening, thinking, organizing, and speaking. Having said that, I would like to move forward with various questions, and I hope you all will be very eager to answer the question that I'll put forward. The first question for today's hot topic session is related to the theme of the meeting. Do you have any adventurous story till now? A gist of your life till now? Is anyone interested to share some adventurous story?
Yes. Grammarian raised the hand. Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, hot topic master. Can I continue?
Yes,
May I
sure,
start?
sure.
Yeah, thank you. So, talking about the adventure of a lifetime, we were going to Mustang on a bike trip. I think that was the one of the most exciting moment of my life, a gist of my life, and the important part was we traveled the road through bike, and from the overall trip, I came to know that it's the more important thing is not the destination but the mode of traveling and the path till to reach there. So uh, there were lots of ups and downs, and we faced a lot of problems that made the entire trip a very good adventure. And we probably like we smile every time we think about it. And the friends, whenever we meet, we pretty much are feeling very excited about the moment as well. I cannot go into much details of all these events, but it surely is one of the very exciting moment of my life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sanjay. It was really nice hearing from you. I also remember the moment when I was in Tang. It is really a beautiful place to visit. Moving forward, I have a question. I forgot to mention the time. The time for hot topic session is 1 to 2 minutes. A speaker is supposed to finish his speech within 1 to 2 minutes. The next question for you all is, where do you find inspiration? Where do you find inspiration?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, may I continue?
Yes, sure, sir.
Yeah, like you said, where do you find the inspiration? For me, you can find inspiration in everything. It just depends upon your perspective and your mindset, your current mindset. For that, you need to develop your deepen your horizon of knowledge. So you need to explore things, and after exploring things, and you can find interest in anything, and if you want, and you can find inspiration in everything. You just need to look into it, and you just have to realize that you want it. And once you have a desire, you can get pretty much inspiration from anything. And that's the thing I need to add. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Yes, we can find inspiration everywhere, from a small child to every person we meet in our life. We are inspired each and every day. Moving forward, the final question for today's hot topic session is, these all questions are related to life. So one more question. If we learn from our mistakes, why are we always so afraid to make mistakes? If we learn from our mistakes, why are we always so afraid to make mistakes?
Because we are self-conscious, we lack emotional intelligence.
Sagar Gautam, sir. Yes, he raised his hand. Please.
Thank you, Agora Mohanaya. As you said that if you learn from mistake, why you are always afraid to make a mistake? Because we have been raised in such a way, such a societal factor that creating mistake or doing a mistake is a sin for us. We have been trained in that way. We have been scolded and with the question, a lot of questions. When you make a mistake from our childhood, our parents, our siblings, or friend or the colleagues has been pointing out and making it a big issue. So every time when we do or try to do something new, we always think and make ourselves backward while doing it, so that we do not create a mistake, right? So that nobody would point us. There has not been such kind of practices where a child is encouraged and motivated to do things in a good way. Rather than that, he or she is pointed out for the fault, for the mistake he has been creating. So, they say, then after that you will be, always thinking about whether I'm doing mistake or not. This is a sin for me, whether I'll be doing or not. That makes him always step back, being or doing something. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, AS Sagar Gautam. I think our AS SPK wants to add few little things. He was really interested at first. Please unmute your mic.
Sorry, it's my first time speaking in front of other speakers. So may I know the topic once more again?
If we learn from our mistakes, why are we always so afraid to make mistakes?
Yeah, like the previous speaker said, we are self-conscious. We are brought up in a society, where every action we take it is scrutinized. So it's a common thing for us to be self-conscious and and lacking in emotional intelligence department. So yeah, that's why we are afraid to make mistakes.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. It was really nice interacting with you all. It was really nice hot topic session. I hope your participation will be there in the days to come as well.
Yeah,
so having said this, I would like to hand over the session to lead forward to our meeting leader, Manuja ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, our speaker Mohan Iyer, for such a wonderful topic. And the last topic was one of my favorite topic as well. So now moving forward now, as I have discussed the schedule already, we are moving forward with speech session. We have two speakers for today, and the first one is our speaker Sagar Gautam, and he will be delivering the speech on speech message. So I'd like to invite our speaker Sagar Gautam.
Thank you, meeting leader, our speaker Manuja Devkada. And I would like to welcome you all to the 160th meeting of KSC. Hope all of us are having a wonderful time and in today's meeting. So I'm here to deliver my prepared. I'd like to start with a lot of questions. When is the last time you have spoke to yourself? When last time you have consulted to yourself regarding a bad wings, regarding a bad health, regarding goals and your achievements? When is the last time you have praised yourself, motivated yourself, and encouraged yourself during your fall in your life or during a just time? When I remember and look back in my past, I never had done it until last month when I realized how vulnerable I was with my self-relationship. When it comes to a relationship, we always prioritize a relationship to maintain a relationship with others. We always run for to maintain and grind and sign those relationships with others. Those relationships, maybe with our parents, maybe with friends, maybe with our siblings, or maybe with our children. But we have always neglected there is someone, the most important person in our life, that is ourselves. We have totally the relationship we have to maintain with ourselves. Yes. And always there is a question in my mind, why I'm not having such kind, realization of having a good relationship with myself, because we have raised in the societal factor, in a societal system where self-care, self-concern is considered to be a sin, where a person is made a great when he sacrifices his own dreams and aspiration to make other life more happening and meaningful. And we can see a lot of example, the statues in the junction of road all around Nepal, where people have sacrificed their life, sacrificed their own dream to make the life of other more meaningful and give them more and more recognition. And when how a child could learn to know about caring himself or herself, as we are in a society, when a child is born in a family, he has been everything the sacrifice their parents has done to meet the demand of their children. There is no such practice where he learns how good enough balance can be when a parents meet their needs along with the demand of their children, and same child grows and overly sacrifice his dreams and goal only for raise children, or fall into a trap of neglectfulness as a result of his own aspiration and dream. He is clouded with the responsibility and obligation. He's always clouded with the responsibility and obligation to maintain a good relationship with others, that he has totally forgotten what it takes to make him in the upcoming days. What the crucial part of self-relationship to make a good, life in ahead, upcoming days. Sorry. That's it. Thank you. Over to you, meeting leader.
Thank you, our speaker Sagar. So it was a wonderful speech, and the question, when was the last time when you talked yourself, was just a beautiful question, and I really asked myself once again. So I hope our speaker Pawan Joshi has evaluated it. Now moving forward, I'd like to invite our second speaker, our speaker Pratik Sharma. He will be evaluating by our speaker Subrat Paudil. So Pratik Sharma, our speaker Pratik Sharma, please carry on.
Okay, before we begin the time, 1 second. No, can we pause the time for a second? Okay, now it can be. Okay, so I think I'm somewhat of an avid traveler. I think I've traveled to, relatively a lot of places. From childhood until recently, I haven't traveled recently, obviously due to Corona and just being in a different state of life. But when I was smaller, I used to travel to a lot of places because my parents used to send me, and I used to go to a Saturday school called Spiny Babbler. Now, this was a place where, new things are taught to children. They're given places to go and explore to. They're taken to, explore new places, given new things to see, new things to do, taught how to play the flute, and as well as socialize with people from different stages of life. Now, in Spiny Babbler, there used to be a monthly, or was it bi-weekly? I don't remember, but they used to take us hiking for a certain amount of time to somewhere near Kathmandu or Lolipur, you know, the outskirts of Kathmandu in the hills. And then they used to take us hiking for 3 to 4 hours with rest for children. The first time that I went hiking was when I was 10 years old, 12 years old. I don't remember exactly, but we went to a place which was sloped and had no paths. So you had to walk without a path, and it was autumn. So the leaves were falling, so it was all slippery and leaves were everywhere. And we needed to climb that place. Now, one of the teachers or one of the seniors, Pallav sir, he took us in a way to go adventuring or to go in a jest. And we went up there and we walked and we walked and we walked for a long time, just looking at trees, talking with each other. And then we reached a spot and then we stopped. And then Pallav sir said, I don't know where we are. And then because this was the first time that I went hiking away from my family, away from, basically most people that I knew. So I was scared when they started saying something like, we don't know where we are. And we came upon a pitched road in front. And I started crying because I thought we were lost in the woods and we were so far away from home. I thought I would never meet my family. I was a little kid, so I just started crying so much I started crying. And everybody was trying to console me, don't cry, don't worry, we know the way, don't worry, there's no problems. And then what we did to go back down, we ended the hiking trip there. I don't know if it was because of me crying or something else, but we ended the hiking trip down. But we went down in such a flamboyant way. We actually slided down using the leaves, and then we slided down like skateboarding. So that was very fun, and I vividly remember that even right now. So that was one of the places that we went to. Another notable place is this 5 hours, 6 hours, I don't know, it took the whole day to walk. We were walking for the whole day from base of, I think Shivapuri Tana was, but we were walking for the whole day, and we started from a base of a hill. We crossed 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 hills to reach this little shrine with a tin roof and one small shrine where it just looked abandoned, just to see that we walked for 5, 6 hours. But it was an adventure of itself. We started walking on like these little steps, which turned into these huge slippery steps. And then there was just a dirt path with leeches everywhere. So many leeches. And then we had to cross a couple of hills, and then we finally reached that place. So that's another notable adventure of just that I remember going to. And another notable thing about that was everybody had leeches somewhere in their body. But me and one other girl didn't have any leeches. So that was kind of a proud moment for me back then too. Now, some of the places, interesting places that I went to, Mankamana, I think most Nepali people have gone to Mankamana, right? I think so. So Mankamana, and everybody knows about Dharara also. After the earthquake, both of these were revamped or destroyed. So after looking at that, I was kind of shocked looking at Dharara, this tower that I saw ever since I was a kid. And then every time we went past that, my grandmother used to give me history lessons. My grandfather used to talk about it, and then just seeing it just broken shocked me. Same about Mankamana. Now, Mankamana, we went and it was being reconstructed. Thank God the temple was there, but it just was heartbreaking to see, such a historically important thing just being destroyed just like that. And another thing about Mankamana that I don't like, one thing is that there's this hill. I don't know if it's the same right now. It's been quite some time since I've not gone, but there's this hill beside the hotels where everybody just throws garbage. So there's just this landslide or this cascade of garbage everywhere in just one side of Mankamana. I don't know if it's the same, but I remember seeing a significant amount of garbage there. So that was also one of the disgusting things that I saw there. And some of the places that I adored when going on adventures, some of the places that I love is Swayambhunath Temple. And that's one of the places that I just love. For the views, for the temple itself, for just the atmosphere of that place. Just being there, I don't know, just kind of makes me happy. Like, I forget problems or things in my life. And the second one is Lumbini. I've only been to Lumbini once. Well, yeah, I've been to Lumbini once to visit, and I absolutely love it. Obviously, I couldn't go to everywhere in Lumbini at once. I went to 15, 16, spots, and I stayed there for a certain period of time. But I absolutely loved the temples. I loved just the value it has in our country, and just it's just nice. Now, some other notable places, I didn't talk about going abroad because that would take a long, long, long time. Countries such as Thailand, Malaysia, India, and then a little bit of the border of China. So those are the 4 countries that I went to. Thailand was amazing. It's like a country, I don't know, it just felt like a country made for tourists, probably because we stayed in places that were made for tourists, so it just felt like a country made for tourists, but it was absolutely amazing. It was breathtaking, the sights, and I went to Malaysia before Thailand, but I was smaller and I didn't remember lots of things, so it just felt like going to a new country all over again. I've been to India twice, once with my friends and once with my family. Now, going with family and going with friends are 2 very, very different experiences. When you're going with family, it's more like sightseeing, it's more like looking at things, it's more like, being together with your family and then talking with them, having fun in a more controlled environment. Going with your friends is just crazy always. You're just doing crazy things, you're just, doing crazy stuff, just having fun in an absolutely different way. So it was a very, very different experience going with friends and going with families, anywhere. Now, another place is, so many times I've gone to Pokhara. It's like so many times. The place that I've gone to most after, I think I've gone to Mangaon and Pokhara a similar number of times. 6, 7, I don't know, it's a lot of times. Chitwan is also an interesting place. When I was smaller, I went to Chitwan, went elephant riding. I was so scared. I was just afraid of my life when we went elephant riding. When I went with my family, we had these seats to sit on the elephant. But when I went from the school, as a school excursion, we didn't have seats. We just had to hang our legs from the side of the elephant and just cling on for dear life. So going on jests or going at adventure is a very, very uplifting and, eye-opening thing. Going to a new place, looking at what it has, looking at something different, it just helps you question yourself and maybe get a little bit of clarity to answer the things that you might have been thinking about in life, and just go away from all the problems of your life. So thank you very much. Back to you, meeting leader.
Thank you, our speaker Pratik, not only for the speech, but you have reminded all those travel history. And in this pandemic and in this lockdown is painful too. But still, we have hope we'll travel again. So now, before moving forward, there is something we have to share among all of our audience regarding the web portal. So I'd like to invite our speaker Ravi sir to describe or put some insights on the web portal. Our speaker Ravi Bhattrai. Please carry on. Ravi sir, are you hearing me?
Okay, good morning, everybody. Yeah, good morning, everybody. Let me share the screen so that. Okay, so let me go ahead. Are we visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Today I'm going to showcase you our new portal that we have been doing, agoranepal.org. So I don't know, some of you might have joined, some of you are still yet to join. But now let's see what are the features and what can we do with the site. So when I open the site, this is the first screen I see. So initially we are welcome with the dashboard. This is a public view because I have not signed in, if you can see. So anyone, even without account, can go to the site and then see the content. Till now we are doing with a virtual, Zoom meeting, but we have this feature for a virtual club meeting if you want to do. And here you can use a GST. We can explore on at one time. The directory would show the members and the groups that we have. We are having a different groups. All groups will be listed here. Agora Youth Club, Bradnagara Speaker Club, Butol Speaker Club, Children Speaker Club. All the group would come here. All the clubs would come here, and members can be listed here as part of it. It can be either made public or not made public. That's still okay. If tasks are public, then we can view here. Otherwise, you're given a login. Now let me start with the login, what it looks like, and then we'll go ahead. So this is my sign in. Now I'm inside the portal. I showed you what was in, out. There are some few pages, Agora Nepal, Agora International, Agora Youth Club, Agora Ambassadors. You can just click on the link and then visit the site. And that'll work like a regular site, nothing much. Still under development. If you want to collaborate in the content, you can always give me the content and we can put forward the content. Now let's look as a member, what can I do and what can you view in this? I showed you public view or my dashboard as a person. Normally in a Facebook, you have a home. Here we are having a dashboard. And dashboard is nothing but like your home, where you see all public content, all member-faced and group-faced content in here. You can see that. So you see most of my activity in there, but as you join, you can do yourself as well. This is my intro. Now, if I go in here, I can show you my profile. So I'm following few of the spaces. I got one friend, 80 spaces in here. So this is my public face. I can set my profile, I can edit my account, I can set background, pictures, and I can set my calendar. I can upload files if I want to share with the group. Is straightforward as anything. I suppose like all of us, we know that. We just add a file, upload, we do that. A gallery where pictures can be maintained. Tasks and wiki, I can create tasks and wiki on my own. Now let's look into something beautiful aspect of this site, apart from, suppose, like let's say, speaking, if I go in here, I just show you the best part in the site a little bit, and it'll be over. I won't take more than 2 or 3 minutes more. So when I have to do a certain posting, suppose like let's say I want to post this content in our site. This was about content in our site. I take this, I go in here, I go to my stream. Stream is a personal home, like if what is in your mind and kind of thing. So here, if I go, you can see your post can be really beautiful, unlike your Facebook and things. And Facebook, you can't really make a custom of this. Here, you can just highlight a little bit. Maybe you want to make it a bold. This much part, maybe italic or bold. So you want to add features. You want to make a table, or you want to add some pictures. You can always do that. And when you submit, you can make it public. And something more beautiful about this is you got a post and you want to share this in your Facebook or Twitter, you can do, or LinkedIn, you can do. Any post you say here can be seamlessly posted in your Facebook profile or Twitter profile or LinkedIn profile. Just you click on the link and then it'll open your Facebook where you can, your post can be posted. So that will promote your public post and also post the whole entire portal into all the social media. you can always do that. It looks really good when you're working. It's all about the collaboration. Now, furthermore, almost the last part of the thing, we are having plenty of spaces here. Spaces and group, we have two concepts. Space is like a theme. Suppose someone is doing a communication project, someone is doing a club project. One who is our leader, who is taking a lead on certain aspect of the club, can maintain this theme. Like, let's say, suppose Agora clubs. Somebody, a leader, can page, today Kathmandu Speaker Club is having a club meeting, and can post this. Whoever is following Agora Club can see this. Like today, there is a meeting at Kathmandu Speakers Club at 8 a.m. in the morning. I just post in that. If I want to post an agenda, I can make a table and I could do that. Just make a table and then post. Whole agenda can be posted as a post or a stream. And that's the beautiful part of this. It has almost everything that you would need on a social networking site. If I want to invite every members, anybody, I can add all the members in here and then invite people who can be part of this. Like here, we're having active club executives, Agora Club, Agora International, Agora Youth Club, Communication Project, Leadership Project, Leadership Training, and Welcome Space. By default, everyone would be in the Welcome Space, but other spaces are to be invited by the one who makes it, or admin, or one who makes the spaces has to invite the people who can do it. So the basic feature in this is you can set your own task calendar, and we can say make the pages, edit content. Top of it, the best part in this is every individual member. If I'm a member, I go into my profile and then I can maintain a repository and help people. Suppose in my free time, I want to maintain a wiki, and with the wiki, I can say if people are asking me plenty of questions, I maintain a wiki and say, hey, let's go to the wiki, into my wiki, and you can see a detail of this. So Agora International maintains a wiki as well, but we can localize for our content, I mean, local need, and then share with people or club. Maybe I can maintain my wiki of the project I have done. I have done like dozens of speeches, and I have done dozens of speaking, but the content is speech. Where to put this speeches? Only one of the repository that we are having is a YouTube, but we could do here. Or you can fetch YouTube link. You can maintain link either in the stream or wiki or as a link list. We can always do. So this is a complete social networking site where all the members from across Nepal can maintain our own profile and then build friendship, do a networking. And we don't need now Facebook Messenger or Facebook page or Facebook group to do the communication. All communication can come in here. I hope all of us from next meeting, we can take a time to be active in the portal and maintain all our communication need. Top of this, so you can see in here, like let's say I go to the dashboard. The last feature I'll show you before I conclude. Suppose here, I need to communicate with somebody. This is my communication I'm maintaining. If I have to do a new message to any member, I can say, so I need to write to Pawan sir. I say, welcome, Pawan sir, you are welcome to the meeting. I can now send it in here. So Pawan sir will be getting and replying it. So we have all the need that typically we need to make a communication. All that is centralized, and we can collaborate together with all the resources. So let's cheer up and let's give a big hand to Pawan sir, Hriday sir, everyone, and as a team, we have come up with this. Let's exploit and take it to the best advantage of all the members and everybody. Thank you so much. Can we give a big hand to everybody, all the team members who collaborated to build this together? Can we? Yeah, Pawan sir, the site is live and working. Yeah, over to meeting later.
Thank you, our speaker Ravi Bhattrai, and it really feels proud that day by day we are improving, either it's on our skills, public speaking skills, or it's on this web portals or anything. We are improving, and I really appreciate all the team members for this enthusiasm, and it's more enthusiastic to see so many improvement day by day. Now we are almost at the end of this speech session, and before handing over to our speaker Pawan Joshi for evaluation, I'd like to say a quote that is, we don't have a good day, but we have to make it. So let's have a very good day today. And now I'm going to handing over the platform to our speaker Pawan Joshi for overall evaluation. Thank you.
Thank you once again, meeting leader Agora speaker Manuja Devkota. As I mentioned earlier, this is a meeting evaluation session, and we'll have 3 sub-sessions in this meeting evaluation session. The first will be the direct evaluation session, and second one is the indirect evaluation session, and final session is overall evaluation. So let's begin from the first session for today, direct evaluation, where we had 2 speakers, and one of the evaluators is me, myself, and another evaluator is our speaker, Subrat Paudel. So let me evaluate the first speaker for today, because one of the speaker couldn't join us, so I have to take this role of direct evaluator also. Our first speaker was our speaker Sagar from Butwal, and he delivered his speech on the project Speech Message, where his objective was to deliver a message, to deliver a key message that our audience could take, and the message should be of one of the category, that is informative, persuasive, entertaining, or technical. And talking about our speaker Sagar Gautam, no doubt that he is a very wonderful speaker. He could speak confidently. He can share the insight from going deep into the topic. But today, talking about our speaker Sagar, he made us a little bit sad. Though he was wonderfully speaking in the speech message, his opening was really good. He started with question, that helps to add curiousness in the speakers. The thing that he missed in his speech is, he lacked some sort of organizing of speech. So let me give you an example. If you are giving speech in this project, particularly speech message, you have to first look after what type of speech you are giving. Maybe in which category of the message you want to deliver to the audience. Maybe it's informative, persuasive, entertaining, or technical. After you finalize the category, then you have to organize a speech into 3 parts. That is opening, body, and conclusion. Your opening was really wonderful, that you start with the question, but you missed something in your body part where you can give many examples of some relationship or self-realization. You can give your own example, or you can share the best example you have, or you can share if you have any sort of inspiration. That will add some beauty to your body part. And you can add some sort of supporting message in this body part also. And finally, you need to conclude with a strong key message that is related to the particular type of speech you deliver. Either it is informative, persuasive, entertaining, or technical, so that the audience will take that key message after your speech is over. So this is a small suggestion to you. Please do take a mentorship as well. So thank you. You were really amazing today. Best of luck in your future speeches. So this was the evaluation of our speaker Sagar. Next speaker we had today was our speaker Pratik Sharma Kharel. And to evaluate our speaker Pratik, we again have a wonderful evaluator, wonderful speaker, wonderful mentor, our speaker Subrat Paudel. Please help me welcome our speaker Subrat to evaluate Pratik Sharma Kharel.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pawan, for that warm introduction. Well, Agora speaker Pratik, I am well reminded of it was 2018, I believe, the hiking that took place between us Agora speakers, members of Nepal, where we had gone for a hiking to Champa Devi. And today's speech, you reminded us so vividly on how hiking looks in Nepal. I also was reminded with my vacations that I had before lockdown, some trips to India, some trips to Pokhara, some trip to Chitwan, and you refreshed us with so many visits and so many vacations that you've had, and I'm sure many of the members over here have connected with your speech when you spoke about those adventures and those outings that you have had. I really like the way on how you are so calm, cool, and composed while giving your speeches, and the way how you used technology and then had some space and you allowed us to view your entire body. So that shows that you are confident as well as a speaker. And the best thing that I liked was the story, how you pulled off a story, and you had that storytelling moments in your speech that we would want to take away from your speech today. Now, however, having said that, I believe we all would like to improve from where we are, because we would definitely want to go to that zone where we want to become an effective speaker. So first and foremost, I would like to see you, exaggerate and amplify some of the parts of your storytelling. What happens is to evoke emotion amongst the audience, probably you would have to, exaggerate the things, it was so exciting, something like that. And then, exaggerate it with some metaphors, with some words that, the phrases that can actually evoke emotions among the audience. So as I said, metaphors is one thing that will always help you. The kind of words that you choose, some words which are in present continuous tenses can always help you evoke that emotion that you are trying to create amongst people. The second thing is somewhere down the line, what I saw was that you were again and again referring to things like I think that had happened, you're not sure. So probably over there, if you could concentrate much more and make it much more convincing to the people, because storytelling is about showing your conviction as well. So probably that part, those two parts, if you could work upon, I'm sure your storytelling skills are going to improve and you would evoke that emotion that is required. So all in all, I really loved the storytelling that you had in your speech. Wonderfully done. Thank you so much for your speech. Over to you, Agora Speaker Pawan.
Thank you, our speaker Sabrit, for your wonderful evaluation, and hope our speaker Pratik will get maximum of it and deliver a wonderful speech again in the future to come. And this was all about our direct evaluation session, where our direct speaker have been evaluated. And the next session now is the indirect evaluation session, where we have 3 indirect evaluators. And let me start with the grammarian first. So please help me welcome our speaker Sanjay. Our speaker Sanjay, will you please deliver your report of grammarian?
Thank you, Agora Speaker Pawan. Today, listening to all of the speakers and role players, I found very few grammatical errors. Especially the pronunciation errors were found, and the best part about listening to grammarian for today's used, and pretty much very few grammatical errors were made, and that's a very good way to start. Also, the word of the day was used by 2 of the speakers, that is our speaker Mohan Iyer, our speaker Pratik. Thank you.
Thank you, our speaker Sanjay, for your wonderful report of grammarian. Next indirect evaluator we have is fellow accounter, and she is our speaker Rosni Pandey. Our speaker Rosni, will you please deliver your report of fellow accounting?
Sure. So again, good morning, everyone. And I have a filler word counting report, and I would like to suggest our speakers, like they were best and they are best speakers of our clubs. But still, I have found that there is so much repetitions, like the word and there's also a little bit short pause. And uh, uh, so please, while you deliver another speech, do care about these things. Don't repeat the sentence more, and also the use of word like Please make it minimum as far as is possible. So the speakers were good at their speeches. Thank you so much. Back to you, Pawan sir.
Thank you, our speaker Rosni, for your wonderful evaluation. And these words, so these words are repeated when you are mostly talking instantly, when there is an improvisation. But if you practice more, and these filler words won't come in speeches. So it's all that you need to do is practice more, practice before you speaking. Thank you, Rosni. Now let's move into the overall evaluation part. Then I'll come to the timer at the end of my evaluation. Today meeting started exactly at 8 a.m. and it's wonderful to know that we started meeting in time. And talking about hot topic session, the speeches were really wonderful, and I'm really happy to see the active participation in the hot topic session. Also, sometimes you have to pull out the name from the participant, but today there was active participation, and the topic was really, really good. And the last topic was also related to theme, and that is appreciable to hot topic session. And though we didn't have a hot topic master, so I would like to suggest the future hot topic master, whoever is, please explain the rules beforehand. He forgot to mention about timing. What are the timing of the rule? In which minute the timing start, or what happens, what time he or she need to stop the speech. So it's better to tell the ground rules of hot topic session before you start the session. And the next, talking about the preparative session, we had a wonderful speaker today. From the first speaker, we got to know about message and self-realization and the relationship. Next speaker we had was our speaker Pratik, who delivered, using emotion, and it's, we got to know about various places where he had traveled, and maybe we can make our destination. And to all the speakers who are watching us from outside Nepal, you got to know about Pokhara, Chitwan. Maybe Adriana, you can come to Nepal, visit Pokhara, Chitwan. They are really wonderful places. And if you want more info about them, how is Pokhara, how it is done, you can always contact Pratik, because he has already been to there. And we hope you will come to Nepal very soon to visit such places. And the next, talking about our filler counter, grammarian type timer, they took the role really wonderfully in the beginning. They explained the background of their role, what is filler counting, what is grammarian, and what is timing, and why are they important. It's really, really essential for all the members to know, what does this role actually mean. To all the guests, we have these sort of filler counter, grammarian, a timer to make our speech fluent and to make our speaking ability very, very fluent one. We use filler counting so that you could reduce your filler words in your speeches. Just like our filler counter, said, there were use of many word repetition. Maybe if she delivered that you use or so, and these were words that were repeated in your speeches. Maybe you can remove such words, or you can write your draft and do not use these speeches in future. Next, we have grammarian, where you got to know about the one word in per meeting, so that your vocabulary will increase. You'll get to know about some good uses of the grammar, some of the suggestion that he or she will give in the grammar report. Next important thing is timer. It's very, very important to complete your speech in time, to finish speech in time. If you are not in time, then it doesn't make any sense actually. You always have to be in time. And so thank you once again to meeting leader. What she did throughout the week was really wonderful. All the roles were fulfilled. The way she showed her energy to conduct this session, it was really, really appreciable. And I hope the next meeting leader will also learn these sort of skills from her, how to fulfill all the roles, how to conduct a meeting very fluently. So thank you, our speaker Manuja Devkota, for your role. And this is all about our meeting evaluation. Next, let me call our indirect evaluator at the timer, our speaker Rabi Batrai. So our speaker Rabi, will you please deliver your report?
Okay, thank you, meeting evaluator, for this morning, Pawanji, Agora speaker Pawanji. So let me start with the hot question session. In the hot question session, Sanjay Gamira, he took 1 minute and 15 seconds. Upenerji, he took 15 seconds, and Sagar Gautam, the third speaker, took 1 minute and 30 seconds. In feature speech, we had two speakers, Sagar Gautam and Pratik Sharma. Sagar Gautam took only 4 minutes and 20 seconds, while Pratik Sharma, he took his all allocated time, 9 minutes, precise to the time. That was wonderful. And in evaluation session, Pawan Joshi took 2 minutes, and Subrat Paul took 3 minutes and 20 seconds. And the indirect evaluation, Sanjay Ji as a grammarian, he took 47 seconds. Pillow work counter Rosini took 48 seconds, and me as a timer, I took 53 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you, Agora speaker Rabi, for your wonderful report again timing. And we are almost at the end of our session. To all the speakers who are willing to be a better communicator, better leader, please, do participate in such meeting. And you already know what happens when you participate in this meeting. So don't worry if you are not a good speaker, if you are not a good communicator, or if you use too much filler word, if your grammar is not good, if you cannot complete your time, you don't need to worry about it. Please do participate, practice more, you will definitely be a good communicator and good leader. So this is all about from the meeting evaluation. Now I'd like to hand over this session to, again, our meeting leader for today, Agora speaker Manuja Devkota. So please help me welcome Agora speaker Manuja. Manuja, the floor is yours now.
Thank you, Agora speaker Pawan, for such a wonderful evaluation of all of us. Almost we are at the end of the session, and now it's time for closing remarks. I'd like to call our speaker Ridesh sir to close the to close today's meeting with a wonderful closing remarks. Our speaker Ridesh sir, are you there?
Yes, thank you very much. Our speaker Manuja Devkota. Today we have very truthful meeting and participation from Nepal as well as Thailand and USA. So today we knew about Agora portal by Ravi Bhattrai sir. Thank you, Ravi sir, for giving us a very good portal to connect each other as Agorians. Thank you all. And tomorrow, I think tomorrow is Swiss Agora is going to conduct a meeting on Zoom. So they will going to share us Zoom meeting portal. So I will forward you. So if you are interested, please join with Agora Swiss. Thank you very much. So anyone next meeting leader? Okay, so
do
we will
have
discuss.
Any guest?
Yeah, we will discuss in our messenger, right?
Yeah, we have plenty of time. We can ask maybe feedback from our guests if they want to. If they find the meeting.
Yes, feedback from. Okay, I'll ask Prabha Pandey. Are you there?
Prabha, please unmute your mic.
Ridesh sir, please unmute her mic.
Yeah, already unmuted.
Hello.
Yes.
I literally enjoyed this meeting. This is my very first time I'm here and like attending this type of program. And thank you. I want to thank literally from my heart. And I'm so much grateful to all of you and for like conducting this type of program. And thank you.
Thank you, our speaker, Prabha. So I would like to call our speaker, Seema. Are you there?
Yes, I am here. Hello, everyone. So for me, yeah, the meeting was quite interesting, especially your objective of making us a brilliant communicator and excellent leader. And I really like the way you organized all this session with having all those evaluators, grammarians, and timekeeper. And the hot topic session was quite interesting. I couldn't speak. Maybe if I join later next time, I would want to speak on this topic as well. It was quite interesting, a hot topic session, and all the topics were really good for the discussion. And then the speaker spoke about some topic, and that was good as well. And I really like the part when at the end of the session, everyone gave the feedbacks and there was evaluations. It will really help speaker to understand their drawbacks and then probably improve next time. So this is quite interesting, and I am thank you, Ravi sir, for inviting me. And I would really want to join this kind of meeting in future as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sima, for good feedback. And another, I think, Sumit Paudel, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, Sumit.
Yeah, it's my first time joining this Agora meeting. It was very good experience, and I'm thinking of joining this once more time. So I'd like to become the speaker for the next session.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a great honor to meet up with these wonderful people, with the great thinkers. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you very much. I think there is one Oppo phone. I think
he or she is not here.
No, I think she left.
Okay, I think that's all for today.
Okay, that's all for today. Thank you very much. Can we have volunteer for next meeting?
I'll be the meeting later.
Roshni?
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah. It's me, Roshni.
Can I be the overall evaluator?
Yes, you can. So we have overall evaluator, and we'll discuss about it in our page.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for participating. Thank you all.
Yeah,
Bye.
a small request to the president.
Pawan sir.
Pawan sir.
Yes, sir.
Can we maybe motivate? I mean, like maybe we do a voting and help this hot topic, best hot topic performer or speaker, something like that. At least digitally. I don't know if it's
Today
possible.
or in next meeting?
Next meeting, of course.
We'll do. We need to find out how do we vote in this session. But
We
the
can
voting
do
are meant
Google
to be
Forms.
kept secret.
Yeah, Survey
Okay,
Monkey
fine.
we can do that.
Okay, we can definitely do this for speaker and for hot topic speaker.
Yeah, that'll be nice and interesting, and later we can award some motivational, quote card or something.
Okay, sir, we'll do that.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you all of you for
Can I add
joining us.
something?
Yes,
I have
please.
something to say. Yeah,
Yes,
no,
ma'am.
it's like it's my query, and all of us are so good speakers, and we have so many tactics to tackle with that. So whenever we go on stage, it's not that always we are perfect, or whenever we speak, it's not like we are perfect and we always perform best. Sometimes we get confused, sometimes we get black out when we go on stage. So if there is some tactics or skills that we can cope up with, we're going to stage, and if we forget whatever we have prepared, if there are some tips, then let's share it.
It's pretty simple and straightforward. Practice.
No, sometimes though we practice for 5 to 6 days, but still whenever we go, if somehow we will get blackout or something like that, then if there is some skills or tactics, then let's share it.
The
Take a
skill
long
that I
breath
use
and
for the beginners speaking is tell your own story. If you tell your own story, you won't forget that, and that won't be much problem for you to speak. So it's better you share your story in the beginning, first 1 to 3 speeches, and that won't be much problem. I think you will remember about yourself. Whatever happens. I think that's a good idea.
Maybe Fred has some tips for us.
Yeah,
Fred, do you
he's
have?
there.
Yeah. You have to unmute.
Hi, Ravi. How are you
Yeah.
doing? I just got your invitation now. I didn't know.
Yeah, it was changed in the last minute.
Yeah, I just saw it now. What was the question?
Okay, Manuja ma'am, please.
You know, whenever we go on a stage or we are doing some speeches, when we go blackout, when we become blackout, we are prepared for 1 week, 2 weeks, and when we face the mass, when we see the mass, sometimes we get hopeless, we become blackout. In that situation, how to entertain the audience, how to tackle the situation and come back to deliver the speech again. Because there are only 1 to few minutes tactics that we can tackle and get back to the platform again. So is there
It's
any
like,
tips?
is the question, you're giving a speech and then all of a sudden you're offline and then you get back online?
Not only virtually, but in the face-to-face public speaking also.
Yeah,
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Okay, I'm going on the stage. Okay, I'm going to deliver a speech on the mass, not virtually, but face-to-face. I'm going to deliver a speech on the mass, and suddenly I forget whatever I have prepared. Okay, sometimes we don't, it doesn't work out, and we forget all the things. For instantly, we forget the things for 1 2 minutes. We become blackout. We can't face the mass. So in that situation, how to tackle the audience, how to entertain the audience, and get back to the track again.
Like
Okay,
something happened to me.
So the question is, you forgot where you are in the speech?
Yeah.
So you're giving a speech and then you just forget where you are.
Yeah. It happens.
I know it happens. It happens to everyone. It happens to me too. What I try and do is I always have a piece of paper and I just have the main points. And if I lose my place, you can take your time. The audience understands. The audience isn't going, and you just look at your paper and you say, oh, and then you put it back down and you continue. That way, you have a reference. You can go back to it. You're not reading the paper, but you have it there. Ravi can maybe remember when I gave a speech in Portugal. I walked on and I put my hat on the chair, but on that chair was my notes as well. I didn't need those notes, but I had them there on that chair just in case I forget. And
So that is the secret of the hat, Fred.
Well, I put the hat on my notes. My notes were already on that chair. I had put them there before my speech, just in case. Because it does happen, you're right. You do, all of a sudden, you forget where you are. So, but just take 10 seconds and walk over, look at your paper. The audience, don't worry about the audience. The audience is with you. They're not against you. They want you to be successful. So just walk over, look, take a deep breath, and then come back and continue, and they'll be very happy. And you will be too. Hope that helps you.
Yeah, Manuja ma'am, I have a question for you.
Thank you, sir. And the tips were very fruitful. It will work, I know.
Manuja ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so has it something to do with the scatterbrain? Like you said, you forget the things, all of a sudden, like blackout. So
No, I have an incident. It's not for me, but it was my friend. We are having our welcome program, and her I don't want to say her name, but she was preparing for a small introduction. Whenever we are having here the welcome session, we have to introduce ourselves in front of mass. And for such a small introduction, also she was preparing for 1 week and 10 days. Like I'll go there and I'll say my name, I'll say this and that. But when she was going to the podium and when she was standing there, she was just blackout and just she sat down. Okay, she was just sitting down on the podium only. She was not facing the platform and she just ran away. By sitting only, she was just ran away from the backstage.
Yes, so yeah, I have a
never
solution.
faced the front. So yes, sir.
Yeah, I have a solution. This might help her. So yeah, we are human and we don't, have the memory power to organize everything in our brain. So what you need to do is, organize the main points in like 3 parts. But if you are, beginner, you can just organize, main point, like you want to, give your point. So, you have to, make the subtopic on that. Just you don't just ignore them, but you have to give your views in just one main point. You just have to think like that. Basically the human can't remember all those stuff lying around, but if you organize your thoughts in just three main points, it's easier to remember things. So I would like to recommend her that.
Thank you, Sumit sir. Thank you.
And we have our speaker Sanjay who would like to share something about the competition. Sanjay, are you there?
Actually, I was trying to message you. Thank you, Agora speaker Pawan. Ravi sir, may I share my screen? Sorry.
Why not? You can do.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
you. You can share your screen.
Yeah, so let me try. Yeah. Visible, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, just a minute. Okay, so we came up with an idea about the social media design competition. So basically, with this competition, we are trying to, bring out a new sort of designs and also make it a learning experience as well. So I have a couple of slides about the competition itself. So why is the competition? Why the design competition, right? After all, we are for communication and leadership skills, but this competition aims to raise the quality and add perfection in digital appearance, and also we are trying to make it a learning platform as well for the wannabe designers as well, some sort of idea sharing platform. And what are the criteria, right? So anyone can participate. Not the participant need not be a member of any of the Agora Speakers Club, and the maximum designs per person can be 5. And the designs must convey the agenda of our organization, that is Agora Speakers International, or our local organizations which follow the same agendas. And also any educational or informative materials regarding to this organization should be the content, and high resolutions images are preferred. Also, the images and videos both are accepted for the competition. And for more details about the organization itself, you can go to the Agora Speakers portal and check out what the organization does and what are our outcomes. Most of us we already know that, but for very few I have written that. And what does the winner get? Of course, there must be yeah, I skipped the judging criteria. So the judging criteria is based on visual design, innovation, and content quality. These are the framework, and also will be judged by many judges, also from international level. And what does the winner get? So the perks of winning are the winner gets 3 months of free club membership at the nearest club. Also, the top 3 design will be provided with a certificate, and also a recognition, international recognition. How will the winners be decided? Our judges will be finalizing the winners, and these winners will be decided or made public through our Facebook page, and that is Agora Speakers Nepal page, Kathmandu Speakers Club, and Agora Speakers Butol Facebook page. And also, I like to thank everyone from the Kathmandu Speakers Club as well as Agora Speakers Butol, making trying to be very helpful regarding this competition. And we seek a lot of designs and participants in this competition. So let's make the most out of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Agora speaker Sanjay. So I think our meeting is over now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's over, but the last minute thing. Maybe Sanjay, what we can do is like we can have a coordinator in different region. Maybe in Kathmandu someone can take a lead, in Pokhara someone can do, and Chidan someone can do, internationally someone can do. That way participation will be big and better.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I'll keep in touch with everyone regarding this. Thank you.
Do let me know if I can help anywhere.
Sure, sure, sure. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, thank you all. So our meeting is adjourned now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ridesa.
Thank you.
Have a great
Bye-bye.
day.
Thank you,
Adriana,
everyone.
Fred.
Have a
Thank
good
you, everybody, joining us.
Bye.
Thank you for joining me. Thank you.
Bye
Thank you for
bye.
this wonderful meeting.
Hope to see you all in next meeting. Thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Sure. Have a good
Bye.
day to all. Thank you.